Sponsored by the Big 98, Nashville's #1 for new country and the home of the Bobby Bones Show.
We're so pleased to have on the show an incredible guitarist, singer. He does it all. Originally from Australia, Taj Farrant. Taj, thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
I feel like I know you. You know, it's like I've been following your career since you were like a little kid, and now you're a teenager.
Yeah.
And it's like, it seems like you keep advancing musically, and you got so well known for doing covers of songs in the past, but now you've got your own original singles coming out.
Yeah, I just released a couple songs not long ago, so yeah.
Well, and a couple songs, let's also say that they came out #1 on the blues charts.
Yeah. One of them debuted at #1 and one debuted at like #7, but they both ended up going to #1 at between the 24 hours that they got released, so yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And so you've got more singles coming out.
Yep, I got a couple more singles coming out later on, so yeah.
And then eventually you're going to wrap this all up into a nice little album and everything next year?
Yeah, it'll be a nice little album for the books, so yeah.
Incredible. Well, I wanted to bring this up too. You know, so many people may not realize this, but you know, being raised in Australia, and then now you're traveling all over the U.S., selling out shows everywhere you go.
Yeah.
What does that feel like at 14?
I mean, it's cool, but I've been doing it for a long time now, so it's almost normal, so yeah.
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 But I mean, is it almost normal like when you're sharing the stage like with Carlos Santana, you know, Matchbox 20, Kiss? I mean, is that, because most 14-year-olds do not get that experience. I mean, most people my age, Taj, do not get that experience.
I mean, that's the cool, that's definitely the cooler parts of the tours and stuff. But yeah, no, that's probably the best part of what I get to do, so yeah.
Well, you've got a lot of fans on social media and, you know, and also with your YouTube page, which is great, and your website. But do you feel like a lot of kids also that are getting into music and playing instruments and everything are kind of looking up to you now?
Yeah. Well, I hope, actually. So, I mean, I've had a lot more kids come to the shows lately. So, yeah, hopefully I'm inspiring them to maybe pick up an instrument. So, yeah.
Well, you know, I'm talking about your two singles also. Cruz is a very fun instrumental and everything, but Crossroads, you know, I can really tell that you've really been focusing on your vocals a lot, because it seems to me, like a lot of us, that guitar kind of came easier to you. You started playing guitar at only 7, correct?
Yeah, I got my guitar at 7 and I started properly playing at like 8 or 9.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So when did you start working on the vocals? Because I know for myself, vocals take a little more work. Guitar feels pretty easy.
Yeah, so vocals come in when I was about 10 or 11. I started like trying to sing.
Yeah.
And only lately I've gotten better at singing, so yeah.
I think definitely better. I think on the new singles you really sound good. Now, where have you been recording your new songs at, your originals?
So Crossroads and Cruz, they were recorded at the same place back in Australia. Damien Gerard's, that's what it was. And then like some of my first music, like Just Can't Sleep and stuff, that was recorded in Byron, so yeah.
So now you're going to start working with some studios here in the States, because I know some top-level producers have been talking with you, and I know, you know, while playing in Nashville, more than a few industry people in music coming out to see you. You've got meetings.
Yep, I got a couple of meetings, so should go well.
I think it will. Well, I want to talk also, you know, you first got into music. What really, you know, brought you into this, like so many of us, was going to an AC/DC concert with your dad, with your family, and seeing Angus Young playing on stage.
Yeah, so I was on my pop's shoulders, and because I was only like 6 there.
Right.
And then I seen Angus come out of the ground on like a riser, and he started playing the intro to Shook Me All Night Long, and I was like, oh, that's cool. And then when the song was finished, I was like, oh, I want to do that. So then Dad got me a guitar for my 7th birthday, and then I started around there, so yeah.
Well, not bad. Also, another Australian band as well.
Yeah, yes.
And also, I understand you've also shared the stage with Orianthi.
Yes, I have shared the stage with Orianthi. She's cool. Yeah.
And she's always putting out new music.
Yeah, she's always putting out music. I'm still like amazed on how many riffs she can just come up with. So yeah.
Well, you know, especially from back to, you know, with the Michael Jackson tour,
Yeah.
you know, that she was going to be on and all the other artists she's played with. But it seems like, you know, you've done so much musically now. I got to bring this up, Tennessee Whiskey. You know, it's like, you know, you've done some of these covers, and I went and listened to them, and obviously I've seen the other music you've done on different TV shows. But why Tennessee Whiskey?
It was kind of weird. That song come along, like, my pop asked me to play it. And I was like, sure. And then we released it, and it kind of went like crackers from there. And it was like, so yeah.
Kind of. Well, also, I enjoyed Comfortably Numb.
Yeah, that one was cool.
Yeah, I think you really did a great job on that.
Thank you. Yeah, that one kind of come along with one of Dad's other friends. He was like, oh, you should play this. And like I said no at first. And then I listened to the song and I was like, it's actually pretty good. So then I kind of got the whole understanding for like the whole, that's where kind of the blues stuff come in. So yeah.
Because it seems like to me, Taj, that you're doing your own interpretation. That's what I like about watching your videos. You're not just doing like a copycat version, you're bringing your own version to these songs.
Yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to do with a lot of them, so yeah.
How's it working out with writing the new material?
Yeah, it helps actually knowing that I play, like, it helps playing these songs and I'm like, oh, I could have an idea of like, I do a lot of free soloing, so if I come up with like a riff, I'll be like, oh, I could use that in a song, so yeah.
That's so much fun though, but I want to bring this up too. I mean, most 14-year-olds don't hire an opening band. And so you've got a band that opens for you that's out of Missouri.
Yeah, Nathan, Bryce and Loaded Dice, they open all the shows for me, so yeah.
Well, let's also talk about music gear, which I know you and I can talk for a while on.
I know, we can talk for hours.
And you're playing a few, so you're playing the Kiesel guitars.
Yep.
And you've also got the Friedman amplifiers.
Yes.
So Dave is working with you, you know, making amplifiers just like you want.
Yep.
Playing like a 50-watter on the road now?
Yeah, I use a 50-watt head, and I use a 2x12 cab, so yeah.
And then I've heard rumors that you've been playing some Taylor acoustics.
Yeah, I got sponsored by them last year, I think, so 2 years ago now, so yeah.
Time flies.
Yeah, I know. It actually only felt like last year I got to NAMM, so yeah.
And you've been going to the NAMM shows out in Anaheim, California for years.
Yeah.
Before you know it, you're going to be driving.
Yeah, that's in a couple of months, actually, so yeah. I know Mum's nervous about that, so.
Yeah, I know when my daughter started driving, I was nervous.
Yeah.
I was more nervous when I was in the car with her also. Oh. So hopefully your mom's ready for that.
Yeah.
But you won't be driving the tour bus though.
No, I wouldn't trust myself.
You've got professionals for that.
Yeah, no, we have actual people who can drive. So yeah.
Well, you know, I mean, with all the great things going on, and certainly with all the endorsements, it seems like, you know, your career is really taking off.
Yeah, it's gotten a bit bigger throughout this last year at least, so
right.
Yeah.
Well, and also, I mean, you know, when I saw you on Ellen, you know, and just, you know, how young you were then, and then now the progression, it seems like, you know, with the singing, with the guitar playing, everything, I mean, how much do you practice a day, Taj?
So when I like first started, it was like 7 or 8 hours a day. But now it's probably like 2 to 3. It's like not as much. I mean, I'm on tour, so I'm playing like most days anyway. But yeah, it's not a lot at the moment. So yeah.
But then you carve out time for songwriting too.
Yeah, I do carve out.
So you're gonna start doing like the Nashville thing with co-writers?
You never know. It's just things will come through. They'll fall in place at one point. So yeah.
Well, I've got to ask you this because I'm sure people are going to want to know. Who would you like to share the stage with? I mean, you know, already you've been on with huge, you know, names in music. Who's next on the wish list for Taj?
I don't know. It's like hard. There's so many people that I would want to play with. It's like, it'd probably be like Eric Steckles or something. So yeah.
Nice. Nice. And you're going to have a lot of obviously shows in 2024.
Yeah.
Including you've got a show in Memphis in February.
Yeah, I have a show in Memphis in February. So yeah.
You got a lot going on.
I have a lot going on.
Well, then obviously then you're working on music videos because I know your dad and mom help with those also. So you're going to have some new music videos coming out?
Yeah, once we release obviously the singles and stuff.
Right.
There will be music videos for those, and then we just work on some stuff for like, we film the shows and we do some of that stuff as well. So yeah.
And with the merch, you like, you know, pick out what merch, because I think you need a hoodie and a hat endorsement deal.
Yeah.
And then you know, because people that want to come to your shows.
It's always cold too. Wherever we play, it's always cold. So
Then hoodies make sense.
Yeah.
You know.
Even in like summer, it's cold. So yeah.
And then you could have your own Taj hats.
Yeah, we actually have like baseball caps at the shows, and the funny thing is like everyone chooses the women's hat, and I'm like, oh, okay, but we bought there's a trucker hat as well. They were like, yeah, but that one's better. I'm like, oh.
It's so hard with the merch.
Yeah.
I mean, did you have any idea when you started out, you know, 7 years ago, how far you would go musically, being here in the United States now, touring the States, you know, I mean, from playing in your bedroom and doing cover songs,
Yeah.
huge fan base. Did you ever think, Taj, that, you know, things would keep progressing as they have?
Not really, because the first like song, like the first video we ever put out, we only put it up so my like nan could see it, because she lived like kind of far away. So
Right.
we're like, oh, we'll just put it up on Dad's Facebook, and it kind of like that was one of my first like big videos, and it was the first video I ever put out. So yeah.
To me, it always seems so natural, too, watching your videos. And obviously, our viewers are going to want to subscribe to your YouTube channel and follow you on social. But I always like it to where, you know, like when you're talking with the family, you know, with your dad, your mom, your sister, whomever, while you're doing these songs, it seems so natural. It seems very organic, Taj.
Yeah, a lot of it's weird. I don't really think about what I'm playing now. It's more of a feeling thing. So yeah.
So, and now, obviously, adding in the singles, you know, your new originals into the set list and everything, more of those coming.
Yep. So yeah, there'll be the singles will be coming out later through on the year, and then once they're all done, obviously we'll get all of the songs and put
So you're
them
trying to
into
do
an
like
album.
one a month around your birthday date?
So yeah, we do them every time we release a song that's on the 21st, because I was born on the 21st of May. So yeah.
So it's sort of like a present.
Yeah, it's just sort of like a present for
Present to
each
your
month
fans.
that we do it. So yeah, so every time we release a song, even if I wrote it and completely finished the song on the 1st, we would wait 20 days to do
That has to
it
be
on
hard.
the 21st. Sometimes it is, but like, I mean, it always kind of works out because the songs always get written between like a 3 or 4 day period
Right.
of the 21st.
But at least
yeah.
as an independent artist now, you can do what you want with it.
Yeah, I'm independent, so I can do
Yeah.
whatever I want with
So
the songs.
so you're in charge.
Yeah, which is a good thing. So
It
yeah.
is, especially with your own original music, because you know,
Yeah.
certainly with the blues, you know, and being a young person keeping this music alive is such a great thing, you know, to where, you know, I know, you know, paying tribute to Stevie Ray Vaughan and so many other great blues artists that we've all grown up with.
Yeah, it's a bit of a hard industry to get into, and but once you're in, it's also hard to stay in it as well. So
Right.
yeah, so yeah, it's cool though. I mean, I've done it for a long time now, so I'm
see-
kind of used to it.
Well, I think, you know, it's so nice, though, to see your passion for it.
Thank
you know,
you.
for the music, for the songs, and also with the originals coming out, you know, they feel strong, which obviously, you know, you were so good at doing, you know, the cover songs, you've got to have strong originals, too,
Yeah, it's like
that you feel right about.
yeah, it's the weirdest thing is like on my laptop I have hundreds and hundreds of songs that I've written, but I'm just like, I don't think they're good enough to go onto the album. So it's like, yeah, I've written like 3 or 4 riffs that I love, but I'm like, that won't fit with what I'm doing at the moment. So
Right.
it's like, yeah.
Well, I got to ask this then, with the tour all through the United States, and I'm sure more tours coming, any different guitars or anything you're taking out on the road? Because I know, you know, after the one mishap with your acoustic guitar,
Yeah.
you're kind of selective now.
No, I think I have 7 guitars with me on tour. So I have like my 2 Kiesels. So I have a blue Strat and a gold Les Paul.
With special pickups,
Yep,
Seymour
it's
Duncan
got
pickups.
P90s that were made by MJ.
Hand wound for you.
Yes, and then I have a 50th anniversary Strat, and then I have my 71 Strat, and then I have like a couple acoustics with me as well. So yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So then, you know, and your dad just has to hand them to you on stage all the time?
No, I actually put them behind me, so like...
So you can grab them as you want them?
Change whatever, because each song I change guitars, but it's like...
Right.
Most of the time I'm on the gold top, so yeah. But
Any special pedals, any standout pedals right now?
Yeah, like my whole pedal board is kind of special at the moment. My pedal board has like 20 pedals on there, but I use 3 consistently.
Right.
Because that's what you do.
Yeah.
So I have my main overdrive is a B or D. I have one of Joe Satriani's, like one of his actual pedals that he used on my pedal board. I don't use it, it just sits there. But
that's a nice one.
Yeah. And then I have my Strymon, which is a reverb, and I have a DD500 that just stays on for delay all the time. And then I have a wah tube screamer, just like your normal stuff.
Right.
And the only like effect I don't have on there is a phaser. But I have chorus, so I guess it's kind of close.
Yeah, you may have to add in a phaser, just depending on the songs you write.
Yeah, obviously.
Well, I want to make sure.
Play some Van Halen stuff one day. Never know.
Right, exactly. I could hear it in your style because you cover in all styles: rock, blues, everything.
Yeah, that's that's what I kind of wanted to do as well. I like doing a bit of everything.
Yeah, to keep it interesting for yourself.
Yeah.
And challenged.
Yeah, a lot of just hard work for each song. So yeah.
Right. Well, I know your fans love it. I want to make sure for our viewers, Taj, for your YouTube channel, website, social media, everything, you know, and I know that you need more fans. I'm worried about the numbers kind of dropping on you a little bit. You know, you only have so many million views on your YouTube. We got to get that up.
Yeah.
You got to make sure the viewers know, Taj.
Yeah. So my website is just tajfarrant.com, and then all of your social media stuff is just my name, which is Taj Farrant. So yeah.
And they got to come see you on tour, right?
Yeah. Which is, you can get your tickets at tajfarrant.com as well. But yeah, it'd be cool to see some new people at the show. So yeah. And
I'd also like to mention, be sure and buy the trucker hats, because the women's hats, don't just buy only those. And I think we're also going to talk with Taj about his cool hats also.
Yeah. The weird thing is like I wear these hats at every show I play, and I only have one. I had 2, and I gave one to a little kid.
Oh, nice.
And then, like, I'm really happy I gave it to the kid, but now I only have one. So I'm kind of like, oh damn.
But you did the right thing.
Yeah. No, I'm happy I gave it to the kid though. So
that is so cool.
Yeah, a lot of people ask for this hat, and I'm like, I don't know how to help you there.
Right.
I only have one myself. So yeah, I don't know.
It's a special hat.
It's a special hat.
Yeah,
so,
it's your special music hat.
Yeah. Actually, when I first got this hat, I called it like the hat of success, because it was like a lot of my stuff that I did. Like I played with Santana in these hats, so I was just like, oh, it's good luck. So
yeah. You said that like I say. Well, I played with Jimmy down the street. Well, I played with Santana.
Yeah.
No. You know, most people, no matter what age, don't get to say, I played with Carlos Santana.
Yeah, no, that was a big moment.
I think bigger ones are coming.
Right? You never know.
Yeah,
so yeah.
I got a feeling. I got a good feeling.
Yeah, hopefully. So thank you.
Well, I'll tell you what. Be sure, you know, if you're looking for some new music to listen to, and you like blues and rock, because he can bring it all. The new singles, Cruz and Crossroads, are out now. More singles coming. Just be sure and follow him around the 21st of each month, because that's when the songs will drop. And but also be sure to go see Taj Farrant on tour all over the United States. Look for when he's close to you. I promise you the tickets are going to sell out, and he'll be wearing this awesome hat, and he'll have trucker hats for sale, right?
Yeah, we will have trucker hats, obviously. Don't buy the women's ones.
Don't buy those. Those are no good. Taj, thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Sponsored by the Big 98, Nashville's #1 for new country and the home of a Bobby Bones Show.